Hey guys, Nick here and welcome back to another video. So I wanted to start this particular video off with a little bit of a disclaimer. So I'm not a phone case kind of guy. I like to carry my phone around without a case. Don't at me, I get it's dangerous and all this sort of stuff, but I've been doing it for a while and that's just sort of how I want to carry my phone around. But when Peak Design reached out to me to see if I wanted to try out their new line of products, Mobile by Peak Design, which includes a phone case and a few accessories, look, I just had to jump on that train and give it a go because I use a lot of Peak Design products, from their slide light camera strap to their wrist strap to their bags. And so I wanted to really see what they're doing in the phone space. And so I wanted to try it out as well. So with that being said, let's take a look at all the products that make up Mobile by Peak Design. There you go, there's the products. There's a few different accessories plus a phone case. Before we delve deeper, I do want to give you a little bit of a disclaimer as well. All these products are pre-production, so obviously there might be some changes depending on the feedback they get from their Kickstarter campaign, which will be linked in the description below. So keep all that in mind, take it all with a grain of salt. So let's go through the products. So Mobile by Peak Design is a bunch of different accessories that adapt to your smartphone in everyday scenarios. We're talking like car mounts, bike mounts, and my personal favorite, the mobile tripod. But we're gonna get into that one just a little bit later. So all of these products are designed to work with the everyday case. It's a super sleek case made by Peak Design, and it really resembles the other products that they make in terms of their bags and their camera straps. In terms of like the materials that are used, it's really high quality. Gives you full 360 degrees protection of the phone in terms of all the corners and everything like that. And it's got this really nice material on the back. It has a cool feel. Feels very similar to the bags that they make, all the material there. And I've been told that it is waterproof, dustproof, all that sort of good stuff that you come to expect with Peak Design products. And like I said, I'm not a case guy, but I really do quite like this case. It is quite minimal, and the fact that this sort of material isn't too grippy in terms of like silicone and that, it slides in and out of your pocket really well, which is sort of the main reason why I don't like cases. And then you've got like the rubber protection around the sides, which the buttons still feel really good on the phone. And the only real downside is like the mute switch there on the iPhone. But I have an issue with that with every case. So all these accessories are designed to work around this case. Currently, they have this case out for the iPhone 11 series, so 11, 11 Pro, as well as the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro, and then the Galaxy S20 line with more popular phone models to come. That being said, they do have an accessory that you can get that pretty much gives you the same sort of functionality as this case. It's really, really small and minimal that will attach to either the bare phone if you don't want to rock a case, or another case if you say you don't want this case. So you can still use these accessories if you get that universal adapter. Now, what makes this case, as well as the universal adapter, so special is the fact that it has an array of magnets on the back. Now, the adapter is pretty much just this back portion that slaps on cases. So you have magnets, and that's going to help attach to the different accessories, as well as this little soft lock portion here, which is going to allow, so if I get the little tripod here, which is going to allow this little square thing to slot in like so, giving it a nice soft, what they call a soft lock mechanism. Allows it to be nice and rigid so it doesn't shake, but you can still peel it off if you don't need it. Now, obviously bike mounts and motorcycle mounts, which, you know, your phone's out and exposed, you're gonna want something a bit more secure. They do have a locking mechanism, which they call the hard lock, which will stop this from being able to pull away. So the universal adapter, as well as the case, has that, and that's what makes it so special. The magnets clip in, and it's actually really, really, really strong, which is awesome. Like after using it for the past week, I haven't had any complaints in terms of the magnets not holding or anything like that. And honestly, like if you just like satisfying, like it clicking in there, that is like so satisfying. So that's what makes these special. All right, so that's the phone case portion out of the way. That's what makes this whole system work. It's the phone case and the universal adapter that gives you the functionality with all their different accessories. And like I said, there's a whole bunch of accessories, some that aren't even included in this video that I didn't get sent out, that maybe might not be fully manufactured yet. So we've got bike mount, which I didn't really try because I don't actually have a bicycle. Also, it started snowing here in Canada, so I'm not really keen to go out and ride a bike. We have the car mount, which I've got set up in my car. Unfortunately, the way my dash works in the car, it doesn't, you know, kind of give a lot of flexibility as to where I can place it, but I like having it there. It keeps the phone, I guess, out of my hands and out of my pocket where I can just pull it out. It's there. Those are pretty standard accessories. The ones that I really like is the mobile tripod and the wall mount. So I'm gonna start with the wall mount because it's the simplest of the two. The wall mount is essentially just like a sticky magnet, right? It's just a collection of 4 magnets that line up to the back of the case, just like the rest of their accessories. But the other side of it is a 3M adhesive strip. So you peel that off and you stick it to any surface you want in a location where maybe you don't want to have your phone in your pocket. You want to be able to see it, say like the kitchen if you want to see a recipe, or the workshop when you're working on something, or even in the shower if you say you want to play music or something like that. And that's where I've got mine. I've got one set up next to my bed where I can just sort of slap the phone down after, you know, I'm done using it for the day and just let it charge there with the cable plugged in. And then I got one in the shower so that when I want to have a shower, I can play music or podcast and just slap it on the opposite wall of the shower. It works really well. And I just like the fact that these are really small and discreet, and they also look kind of nice as well. So they're not super ugly to have just placed on your wall. The fact that you can put them anywhere where you don't need to, where you don't want to keep pulling your phone out is really, really cool. So on to my favorite accessory that comes with this whole ecosystem. It's this guy right here. It's their mobile tripod. I'll show you in a sec. As we all know, Peak Design has pretty much revolutionized the travel tripod industry with their travel tripod. I'm actually using it right now. I love it. I used to hate using tripods. I still don't really like using tripods, but this thing does make it a lot easier. And so now they're bringing it to mobile photography with this little guy right here. As you can see, it's super, super thin. It's probably at the thickest point, like the size of 4 credit cards. At the thinnest point, maybe the size of 2 or 3. And basically what it does, if I get my case, is it slots onto the back like that. And as you can see, it's really, really slim in terms of the way it's on the back of the case. So if you're out in the field, this is a good way to carry it because you can just literally pull the legs down, pull them out like so, and then as you tilt it down, now you've got your little tripod like so. What's really cool about this is that it not only works vertically, so you can have it like that, and I honestly like to have it out on my desk because then I can peel my phone off and just slap it on when it's on the desk, but it also works horizontally if you want to watch a movie or something like that. And what's really cool is it works as just like a stand. So like you peel it out like that, put your phone down, and it works like a stand, and it works both ways like that. So it's really quite cool the way it works. And if you're someone like me who uses their phone out in the field to take photos and videos, it's nice having this little extra tool with you to capture extra shots, because it means that now I don't have to use the travel tripod with my iPhone. I can have my A cam, my Sony camera on the travel tripod, and have this one just set up somewhere else, taking video or whatever it needs to be. Now the mobile tripod also has a ball head built in, and it is super sturdy. Look at that. It's real sturdy. The tension is great. I find that it holds the phone really well, no matter what angle it's at. You can see there it's barely moving. Obviously if I shake it, it'll move, but the tension is really good. I have an 11 Pro, so if you have a bigger phone, maybe you'd want to increase the tension. So if you want to stiffen that ball head, they actually include this little tool here in the back, which is super cool, little hex key, which goes in here and will tighten the tension of this little mobile tripod. What's cool is I didn't even know this was in there until like I started to make this video and wanted to just double check all the material. And then yeah, that popped in there. So that's really cool. It's like clips in. It's such a Peak Design thing to do, is to have this little tool just sort of hide away in there. And then yeah, you can have it there. This thing literally like stays in my camera bag these days. I have it on my desk when I'm working, so I can just literally slot my phone in and just have my phone on my desk like so. And then obviously I take it out in the field so I can get those extra shots. So I absolutely love it. So there you go guys, that is Mobile by Peak Design, a bunch of accessories and an ecosystem for just everyday people as well as creators that attach to your phone so that it makes it a little bit easier to use in everyday life. I haven't shown you all the accessories that there is included in this Kickstarter purely because that's all I've got to test at the moment. But I've been told that they are working on a wallet as well as a creator kit and a bunch of other cool things. So keep an eye out on the Kickstarter for that. That will be linked in the description below if you want to check it out and support Peak Design. I like how they do this sort of crowdfunding initiative with every single product that they launch because it allows you guys to give feedback on the products and improve them over time. Now, just quickly, if you guys are thinking like, oh, the iPhone 12 has just been launched with their new MagSafe adapter, Peak Design has told us that these will be compatible with iPhone 12, and they're actually excited that Apple has decided to put MagSafe in these new phones because it increases the potential of mobile by Peak Design. So keep that in mind if you are buying one of those new phones. This will be compatible with iPhone 12, 12 Pro, etc. But that's it for this first look at mobile by Peak Design. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment down below. Let me know sort of what you like about it, what you don't like, thoughts, opinions. Let me know in the comments section below and let's have a bit of a conversation on it. Oh, and did I mention that this thing can stick to metal?